You reach the climax of your presentation. You lower the clicker and display your most aggressive growth projection on the screen. And then you hit a wall of silence. The investors staring back at you aren't nodding. They are waiting. That sudden drop in energy in the room comes from an invisible mistake. You put a massive, highly specific number on a slide, but you didn't include a source. To an analytical audience, a metric without an origin isn't a fact, it is an opinion. Every pitch deck is a trust exercise, long before it becomes a sales pitch. If you fail to provide evidence for your underlying assumptions, you fracture your credibility before the financial negotiation even begins. This is where the American Psychological Association, or APA, 7th edition style guide comes in. While often associated with academia, it provides the gold standard for factual architecture. It is a precise framework you can use to translate external data into personal authority. Our goal today is to deconstruct how these specific citation mechanics work. We will look at how proper formatting acts as the structural support beams for your entire argument. The transparency of your underlying research standards provides the foundation for your argument, allowing your claims to stand independently of your charisma. Factual trust relies on a dual system. The in-text signal next to your data makes a promise. The reference ledger provides the proof. The rule is absolute parity. Every in-text reference must have a detailed entry in the final list. Looking at the APA guide for formatting these in-text signals, we see the required author date format. Notice how clean it is. Obsolete Latin terms like ibidem or obsit are strictly prohibited in high-stakes reporting because they create unnecessary friction for the reader. Rule 3 of the guide illustrates how to stack evidence. By grouping multiple citations alphabetically inside a single set of brackets, separated by semicolons, you immediately signal to an investor that your claim is backed by a broad industry consensus. Rule 10 demonstrates how to include specific page or paragraph numbers for quoted data. Adding a marker like P85 signals a level of extreme diligence that effectively protects you from technical pushback. These signals are a tactical maneuver. You shift the burden of proof off your shoulders, placing it firmly onto the established reality of the data. The final slide of your deck is your reference ledger. It acts as a highly visible audit trail of your analytical work. Here, formatting accuracy is the primary metric your audience uses to judge your competence. Looking at Rule 12 in the APA guide, we see a clear warning regarding the secondary source trap. If you include the phrase "as cited in," you are admitting to the investor that you did not actually read the original research. Properly formatting diverse source types proves you can navigate different tiers of intelligence. This section shows the strict requirements for institutional reports or working papers. Even corporate press releases have exacting rules. Perfect organization signals no data point is mere noise. A meticulously formatted ledger provides a distinct pattern matching advantage. You are mirroring the exact professional standards that sophisticated investors expect to see. Let's return to the boardroom. You click to your most aggressive growth projection, but this time there is a properly formatted citation anchored to the bottom of the slide. You confidently lock eyes with the lead investor sitting across the table, and finally they nod in approval. Standardized markers function as a recognized shorthand for an analytical audience. By satisfying the basic requirement for evidence immediately, you stop the audience from mentally fact-checking the origin of your numbers and allow them to focus on the strategic value of your proposal. Transparency in your sourcing is the only sustainable way to build long-term authority in a high-stakes environment. You earn the right to lead the conversation by proving you have done the work. Try this exercise. Remove every single unsourced number from your current slide deck. Look closely at what remains and see if your narrative logic can actually survive independent scrutiny. Rigorous formatting demonstrates institutional discipline. In an environment defined by risk, this level of precision signals that you treat every part of your operation with technical scrutiny. For deeper insights into the psychology of securing capital, check out our premium consulting kit. It includes the exact structural breakdowns and AI prompts we use to generate VC quality content and bulletproof presentations.